I think moving to National Stadium was a big boost for us after pretty poor sort of surface challenges over the previous few months, and that gave us a bit of a lift. And I think Cardiff City will do the same. And we're just looking forward. I think Glasgow is a side we've played pretty well against in recent times, and I think the game that we had at the stadium was probably one of our highlights, and we're keen to sort of test ourselves again. So I think we've not struggled in these last 4 or 5 weeks for enthusiasm and focus and everything else. So we actually look forward to games, and as I said before, because some of the youngsters have sort of freshened that up for us. So we're excited to see where we are the weekend. There's a couple of people we're probably just being overly protective with. Rods would be one of those. Harris and Keddy would be another. People back, you have to remind me who's been out. We're in danger of getting close to picking full choice back rows. Ollie Griff's back in again. Ross is coming back in. Screechy back in. Elliott back in. So we're starting to get some of those guys coming back, and obviously we'd be hopeful for them getting a springboard into test window in the summer. So they're keen to get back and playing as well. Going with Ross again. I like it when it gets a bit tasty, and lots of people then take notice. So if we want to be physical, then there's nothing better than putting Ross in the middle of the group. And I think he's got huge respect within the group. He doesn't speak very often, but when he does, people listen. And I'm keen to grow his leadership skills and also make more people more aware of how much we value him. I think it's all about growing individuals rather than challenging people. Yeah. I think sometimes captaincy is an endorsement of what we think. I think it's also an endorsement of what they do. And, I think Rods has been outstanding captain in terms of technical and tactical. We've used this to sort of shift it around and look at more emotive leaders. And Harrison's has been an outstanding, sort of articulation of emotion in the middle of the pitch. And Ross has been the same. Wayno is growing into that space as well about how to lead as, via example and from the few pieces that he does say. So it's always there. It's just giving them some confidence and widening the group that understand how much people look to them and how much, respect people have for what they say, and it's a nice endorsement of them. I think we've done a pretty good job as a region and conditioning staff especially, because I would say the biggest challenge were shutdowns and lockdowns and keeping people moving across. I think maintaining where we are at the moment, and probably we've used this competition try and probably lift that a little bit. Actually, the Rainbow Cup's been good for us. It's freshened us up. It's given us some youngsters in, and I think everybody I've spoken to feels the same. And it just stopped that treadmill of trying to get through the next week and the next week. So it's ended in a real positive way. There'll be lots of our youngsters, I think, across Wales that will be looking forward to next season and playing more of a role in their starting teams. And that's a great space to end.